By popular demand, I got a lot of requests to speak about floaters. So let's get into it. Floaters are one of the most common eye complaints. And what are floaters? These are like dark shadows. Sometimes people call them black dots. Sometimes they call them cobwebs because they can be like circles, they can be like lines in front of your vision. When you have floaters, they cover everything you see. So if I have floaters in my eyes now and I raise my hand, I will still be seeing the black dots on my hand because they are coming from my eyes. Okay, they are not in our environment. Floaters can move from one place to another. Today you are seeing them here, tomorrow you are seeing them here, because they are inside the gel at the back of our eyes. So let's talk about the gel at the back of our eyes. Our eyes are round. Almost all of our eyes are made up of this gel called the vitreous. It's like a gel, a very compact gel that is at the back of our eyes. I'm looking for the perfect analogy to use to describe the gel, but let's think of eba. Gary in eba form. You know you can mold eba. So the gel is molded in a round form at the back of our eye, and because of that it helps to keep the lining of our eye in place. It is this gel that presses against the lining of our eye, that is the retina, and keeps it in place. As we grow older, the gel begins to loosen, so it turns from eba gradually and turns into Gary, the Gary that we drink. So it loosens up and becomes that. Not all of it, but some parts of it. And when some parts of it turns into Gary, what will happen? They will separate from the remaining thick eba. You know, when something is watery, it begins to separate, and that separation is what we call posterior vitreous detachment. This condition can give you shadows because as it separates, they begin to cast shadows in your vision, and that can give you floaters. Now, apart from the gel detaching from itself, anything that is happening within that gel, for example, if you bleed at the back of your eye, you know it's a gel. Anything that happens will be suspended inside the gel. Those bleeding can cast shadows in your vision also and would come out as floaters. So why are we usually concerned about floaters? For some people, especially in younger persons, before their vitreous can detach, there is usually a tear in their lining, which is in their retina. Remember, I said that the gel is the one that is pressing on your lining. So anything that causes traction between your gel and the lining of your eyes can also cause floaters. And that's why we're usually very concerned when we see floaters in young persons. We don't expect that at your age, your gel is already becoming liquefied. Ophthalmologists are usually concerned. We want to quickly evaluate you, look at the back of your eyes to ensure that there is no tear that is affecting the structure of your gel, such that some of your gel are able to escape to cast shadow in your vision and cause floaters. These are the same things that also cause flashes of light. So when next you're experiencing floaters or flashes of light, the first thing you need to do is go to an eye clinic where they should ideally do scans, not just give you glasses, which is why you should know who you're dealing with. If you go to an eye clinic and they're giving you glasses when your complaint is floaters and flashes of light, that person obviously does not know what you're doing. So the first thing we do is we send them for an eye scan. The eye scan would tell us if it is just the vitreous, which is the gel, that is detaching, or it is the lining of their eyes that is detaching. Once we do our scan, they come into clinic, we dilate their eyes and examine the back of their eyes completely. If we don't see anything that we should be worried about, then we will tell the patient not to worry. But if there's something that we need to worry about, like a retinal tear, then we need to do either laser or we need to do surgery. Now, floaters that are just from posterior vitreous detachment, a lot of times we're not able to do anything for you. It's usually natural and comes with the aging process. It's not causing any harm. But for those that actually have an extensive retinal tear or retinal detachment, yes, then we need to perform retinal surgery, go into the eye, bring out all the gel, repair the tear or detachment, and put something artificial, either gas or another type of artificial gel that will help to press down the lining, because the lining has to be pressed down to heal. Especially with myopes, that is people that are short-sighted and they have very high powers. These are one of the people at risk for this type of retinal tears. And that's why when you are a myope or you are short-sighted and you are like -5, -6, -7, -10, -15, then you need to be seeing a vitreoretinal specialist every year so that they can dilate your eyes and check your retina to ensure that you don't have any tear. I hope this video has been helpful, and I'll be seeing you in my next episode.